So let's talk referral program. Hey everybody, I'm doing this video by request of a number of my viewers that have asked about the referral program, both about Elon's tweet regarding cutting the program off February 1st, and I've had questions about how do you receive the gifts from the referral program. So now, those of us on YouTube that are pushing for referrals have been accused of pushing for referrals. And right off the bat, I want to say you're absolutely right. And but let me word it to you this way: if you were in our shoes, you would do the same thing. I will admit that my last probably 20 or 30 videos, I have been mentioning my referral code, the link in the description below, and to gain referrals. Part of that is because, yes, I want a roadster, but part of that also is when you begin doing YouTube videos, there's really not much revenue in it to begin with. At this point, my YouTube channel makes almost completely my car payment, and I really don't put a huge amount of time into it. Most of the videos I do are simple commentaries like this one, but it's not like there's a lot of money in my pocket for it, and I do a video sometimes every day, sometimes every couple days, so it's paying for my car, and that's great. But many of us did videos really without making any money at all, or almost no money, for quite some time. So pushing for referrals is a way to really to make up for that and to make doing YouTube worthwhile. And every referral off the Roadster, every one referral is $5,000 off that car. So to get one referral a week is sort of akin to making $5,000 a week. Although it's not pay, it's a car. The odds of selling it for what, you know, for the list price is slim. So you have to deduct off of that, and we were not getting the cars for a couple of years, so there's a lot at play there. But anyway, yes, it's true. Those of us with YouTube channels have been pushing to get referrals to get the car. Now, a question was asked of me: how do you receive the referral gifts? And so what I'm going to do here is open up my page. So here's my app, and as you can see, currently I'm at 40% discount off of a Roadster. And so as a sidebar, if I get no other referrals at all, I will still buy the car, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. So now on here they have, you'll notice that there's my my announcement of the Roadster referral program, my 40% discount, and then they give my referral code. But also on here is my awards. So if I click on that, you'll notice the listing of the first 5 awards, and the first 2 are a Founders Edition Tesla Mini Model S for kids. I have received both of those, and the way you do that, you click on the link for it, and they give you a redemption code. I don't mind showing you the code because I've already used it. If I tried to use it again, it wouldn't work. But what you do is you would click that redemption code, and it takes you to the Radio Flyer website, and then you say I'm from the US, and you go ahead and you go through and you place your order. You can choose the color and that, and then they ship it to you. The shipping's free. Everything's completely free. So that's how you receive the first couple of awards. The third award is early access to a solar roof. Now, I'm not going to be receiving a solar roof, and that's a whole nother discussion as to why, so I'll be foregoing that. And I know the next question is, can I transfer that gift to somebody else? And the answer is no. Referral program gifts are non-transferable. So next, priority access to vehicle software updates. That is reward number 4. And that means that when a new software update becomes available, I'm one of the early ones to get it. So if you hear that Tesla says, we're releasing a new update for whatever, odds are by the next day I'll have that update along with others. And then lastly, Tesla unveiling invitation. So, and at the bottom there, and so, and it also says details to be announced. Now, if you click on that, it says Tesla unveiling invitation. You will receive a VIP invitation to a future unveiling event valid for you and one guest. So, what I'm hoping is that will be for the Model Y, and incidentally, I will be ordering a Model Y, and more than likely, I will either trade in my Model 3 on the Model Y, or we may keep it as a vehicle for my wife. So, so those are the first 5 gifts. Now, to go beyond that, for the Roadster, so I have 40% progress there. So I have 40% progress there. If I click on that, it gives a list of all of the people that have used my referral code. And so 23 people have taken delivery, 2 more people have ordered their cars and have yet to take delivery. And so those are some details for you guys. Now, I want to discuss my acquisition of a Roadster. And since they're cutting the program off February 1st, I have 0 chance of winning a Roadster 100%. I'm at 40% right now. I've been averaging 1 referral every 3 to 7 days, and but admittedly in the new year it's slowed down, and everybody told me that January is slower. So maybe I'll get 2 more referrals by the end. I don't know, maybe there'll be a flurry of orders, being that they're cutting off the referral program, so people that want supercharging credit are going to have to get in soon. So you never know. Maybe those of us using referrals will get a few more over the next couple weeks, more than we would normally. But I'm expecting to get maybe 1 or 2 more by the end. At the most would be 5 more, which would put me at 50%. But so here's the situation with it. A number of people have talked about, and I was concerned about this as well. Let's say I qualify for 50% off. That'll make the numbers easy. So that would be $125,000 of Roadster given, and $125,000 that would be purchased. Now, then there's sales tax, which would be in my area roughly $20,000. So you're looking at $270,000 for the vehicle, minus $125,000 given, and that leaves $145,000 remaining to be bought out. Now, initially I was concerned that the $125,000 that I'd be receiving would be subject to somewhere in the range of about $40,000 of income tax. So now we have that $145,000 that I'd be buying plus $40,000 of income tax would be $185,000 to buy this $250,000 car. And though I don't want to balk at that, but that's still not enough discount really for it to be worth me pulling the trigger on it, because if I bought the car and then let's say I want to sell it whenever that is, a year later or whatever, and it sells for, let's call it $210,000, if it cost me $185,000 to receive, I'm only $25,000 in the plus, and I risked $185,000 to make $25,000. And so it becomes kind of prohibitive at that point. Now, I had a meeting with my accountant recently and asked him about this. And he said, well, Matt, he said, there's a couple of things that you're not considering. He said, first of all, since I have a YouTube channel, well, sidebar, I'm self-employed. And what I do for a living is sort of a side issue, but I'm a one-man company. I'm self-employed. I have a couple of small businesses. I also own 1 small rental property. And my accountant said, look, you're already self-employed. You have your YouTube channel, which the revenue from my YouTube channel funnels right into my primary business account. And he said, you're already self-employed. You already have capital gain and capital loss, things going on, both with my rental property and other things that I've dabbled in over the years. He said, obtaining this car is no different. So he said, let's say, to use round numbers, you bought $125,000, paid $125,000, got $125,000 for free. He said that $125,000 that I received is taxable, but then the other $125,000 I paid is deductible because I'm purchasing an asset for business use. So it's a wash. So he said that $125,000 that I'm getting for free, the $40,000 of income tax I'd be paying on that, I end up with a $40,000 tax credit because of a $125,000 deduction off of what I'm purchasing, and it becomes a wash. So I'd be looking at the $125,000 to purchase the car plus the $20,000 sales tax, which would be $140,000 to buy out the car. That's totally worth it to me. Now I'm at 40% right now. And so let's say I don't get any more referrals at all. That means that $250,000 car, $100,000 would be taxable, $150,000 I would be purchasing, plus the $20,000 sales tax. So $170,000 is what I would be out of pocket, sort of. Now again, remember the $100,000 would be taxable. So that would be at roughly 1/3 rate. So we'll call it, just for ease of calculation, we'll call it $35,000. But then I would have a $170,000 deduction. The $150,000 that I'm paying for the car plus the $20,000 sales tax would be pure tax deduction. So that tax deduction then, being run through my other business as an enterprise all-in-one, I would have $170,000, roughly 1/3 of that, so roughly $55,000 would be a tax saving. So now we've got a $170,000 vehicle and $30,000 of taxes for what I got for free, and then roughly a $55,000 tax deduction, which gives me a $25,000 tax benefit if I have to buy the car out, paying 60% of the car. So now that $175,000 cuts it down to $145,000. That's basically what I'm looking at. Now the numbers could vary a little bit, but you get the gist. So basically that brings me back to roughly $145,000 basically to buy this car. And now my YouTube channel currently brings in $700 to $770 a month, right in that range. My Model 3 payment is $776, so my car is essentially paid for on my YouTube revenue. Now, with the Roadster, let's say, just using round numbers, it costs me $2,000 per month to own that car, between what I would pay in the loan to purchase it. And there's a bunch of ways to do that. I could take an equity line on my property. I could, just finance the car. I could find an investor. I know a number of people that have that much revenue that they could write me a check if I wanted to borrow it from them. And there's a bunch of different ways I could finance this. But so let's call it $2,000 a month between what it costs me to pay on the debt as well as insurance for the car. Now this is an exotic car, kind of akin to purchasing a Ferrari, I would bet. So I'm guessing the insurance is going to be, I'm 47 with a perfectly clean driving record, so I don't know. Whatever it is, $500 a month, I don't know. But so that $2,000 a month that the vehicle costs me, roughly, the big question is, do I want to purchase that out of my own personal finances? It would be very tight on my budget to do that, though I could do it, but it would be tight. Do I want to try to drive my channel forward further to offset that cost and pay for the car? Well, that would be, I think, my first choice. So ideally, I would love to be doing content on the Roadster, similar videos to what I'm doing with my Model 3, performance testing, pulling the wheels off, let's see what the brakes look like, let's see what the suspension looks like, put it on a lift, take off the rear diffuser, take off the aero skirts and pans from under the car, take a look at the drive systems, and both front and rear drive systems. Just a thorough, detailed walk around of the car and nooks and crannies of it, and various testing and going to drag strips and that. And depending on the quality of the content, it should be quite easy to raise my views by the 300% that it would need to be, 200% increase from where it is now to completely pay for the car off of channel revenue. I would love to do that, but even if it doesn't do it fully, my car, my Model 3, is a business expense for my small business. I drive about 48,000 miles a year. I have a $900 per month business budget for my Model 3, or well, for a vehicle for my business. The Model 3 is $776, if I'm remembering correctly, per month. My insurance is essentially free, and that's a whole other video as to how that happened. And then about $75 a month to charge it. So $850 a month to own my Model 3. But I have a $900 per month business budget. So even if YouTube didn't make me any money, my business would be paying for the car anyway. So I'm already at 1/3 of the way to the revenue I need just on my current YouTube videos to cover what the Roadster would cost. And the Roadster videos should have more views, especially if I can get mine early. The Founders Edition, I believe, will be delivered before the base models. Probably the people that buy them outright will get them first, and then those in the referral program will get them afterward. But we should still get our cars early on in the referral program before the base model $200,000 Roadster is released. So a lot of thoughts on this. I want to apologize to any of you that feel that my content may have suffered because of pushing for referrals. And I'll admit that, yes, I have been doing videos very much with an eye toward, you know, I want views, but I really want referrals because the referrals are more financially valuable than the views. And essentially those of us with any kind of social media influence, if you want to call it that, we are acting as essentially sales reps for the products that we promote. And in my case, it would be Tesla. Now, I have been a manufacturer's rep for products over the years. I really like that model where you're not paid until you have promoted goods to the point of sale. And now, I do believe that those of us, especially with Model 3s, those of us that have been accruing referrals, we are probably getting more than we're worth. And what I mean by that is, for every one referral that I get, it's $5,000 off of a Roadster. Well, I'm betting that the majority of people that have used my referral code, and probably most of the other referral codes, you know, Brian from I1 Tesla, and Ben from Teslanomics, and Kim from Like Tesla, and Bjorn, and all the regulars, most of the people that are using all of our referral codes, I believe, would have bought a Tesla anyway. And even if not, let's say 50% of the people that bought using our referral code would have bought anyway. Because let's face it, I don't think my videos are really driving Tesla's sales necessarily. I think most of the referrals that I've gotten, and many of the other, especially smaller YouTube channels, those referrals have been, hey, I'm going to buy a car anyway. I like this guy's channel. You know what? I'm going to use his referral code. I'll bless him. Give him one more referral, 2% closer to the Roadster. I'll get my free charging for 6 months, and all will be right with the world. I think Tesla has figured out that people that are using the referral codes probably would have purchased a car anyway. And therefore, those of us that are acting as sales reps for Tesla, we're kind of getting overpaid in that we're not knocking on doors and turning people away from their combustion engine cars and turning them on not only to EVs but onto buying a Tesla. We are already preaching to the choir. So in that regard, I completely understand Tesla canceling the referral program and canceling it early, because I got an email from Tesla 2 weeks ago saying it would continue through March 31st. And but canceling it at February 1st, I completely understand why they're doing it. Now, that being said, I will say that they are getting many free commercials. And so what would a TV commercial cost versus what are they paying to give away some cars on the referral program? Now, TV commercials would have more views, but there are a lot of individual channels doing a lot of videos. So even though my channel is, you know, it's small, and on average I get about 4,000 to 6,000 views per video before it tapers to very few views. But even still, I've had 2.4 million views since doing this, and 2.4 million views of people specifically watching for an extended duration about that product. This is not a 10-second Super Bowl commercial. These are, 4 to 30-minute long videos that people are watching at length. And so Tesla is getting free commercials, and therefore the referral program can be justified. Again, I go back to most people, though, using the referral code would have purchased anyway. So a lot of rambling, but this is something that's been on my mind for a while. And for those of you that have accused me and other YouTubers of just pushing for referrals, you are absolutely right. Now, that's not the only reason, but I will admit that the content of my videos and the manner in which I communicate on my channel, I have altered slightly to encourage more referrals, but that's not really the only reason. In fact, early on, going back 2 months ago, I had so few referrals, the odds of me getting anywhere near making it worth purchasing the Roadster was about 0, so I didn't really think much about it. It's only been really the last handful of videos that have had a bent toward the referral program. So those are all my thoughts on the referral program, and I appreciate you guys, I really do. And since the referral program is ending soon, if you guys want free charging, you better get in quick, but it is ending. And yes, it is true that I believe that those of you that have commented on this that have said that hopefully the content of all YouTube Tesla channels will change once the referral program has terminated. I think you're right. I think the flavor of the videos will shift a little bit. Maybe the frequency of them may diminish just a touch because there's less urgency for those of us that are filming to get more videos out there, to get more referrals. So is that good? Is it bad? I don't know. Only time will tell. But over time, as the referral program ends, and then as the Roadster gets closer to production and they start revealing pictures, and those of us that are ordering them are going to spec them and all that, I'll be doing more videos on that. I'll probably do a live stream of picking up the car. Of course, that's a couple years away. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see what 2019 holds, both for my YouTube channel, for the other YouTubers that are doing this, and for Tesla as a company. So exciting times ahead. Take it easy now. Bye-bye.